Being we're live, it is the Kent Beck Scrum. Sam and Ryan are here. Or is it Jeff? Jeff, Ryan? Ryan, Jeff?
Ryan, Jeff. You can call me RJ if you want.
I'll consider that an option, RJ.
Yeah.
Here we go. Yes. So it's been a busy day. I'm not sure if necessarily anyone else will be joining us, as Michael had to go early today. But welcome to your first Scrum, Ryan. This is the Kent Beck Scrum. You probably know who I am. Yes, and so what we usually do is we kind of go around and people just talk about what they've been doing, if they're stuck on anything. I have today, I kind of screwed up the parent schedules a little bit, but I did manage to work. Well, Michael started working on taking the unvendoring the JavaScript assets for one of our projects. That's the website one, the Agile Ventures project itself. And we worked a bit on improving the documentation, and I've just been playing with Docker and Cloud9 and checking how it installs there, and then now playing with the CI and the Heroku components to make sure that works, which it sort of pretty much does. I'm just a little bit blocked trying to install something in Docker. I think we need the latest Node version. I mean, the big thing is that I think our installation documentation needs to be improved, as if we didn't know that. And then, yeah, I'm also experimenting with new types of asynchronous voting on stories. So that's what's happening with me. What's happening with you, Ryan?
Okay. For me, I already have it installed in my Mac, so I didn't use the Cloud9. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't follow the whole how do you call it, the whole exercise today because I do something, some of the projects. But in terms of that, I saw some of the other details. But in my side, I use Mac most of the time, and I have a Cloud9. I have installed also Rails.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you've got OS X on your development machine, is that right?
Yeah. And also I will have also.
Yeah. And so what have you been installing today?
I already installed before. I think that is last April or March.
Okay, so when you did part one of the course, you're all installed with Rails. And
because currently I created some of the project in terms of Ruby on Rails, and I developed some of the other Ruby on Rails applications.
Great, good stuff. And so anyway, you've just joined the advanced project, and
yes, because I want to learn more about the project management in terms of Agile development.
Sure.
And some of the other details in creating the project. Maybe I miss something details on how I can develop some good applications or whatsoever.
That's great. You're in exactly the right place. And so so of course, you know that the difference between there's the course itself, which will be running over the next 5 or 6 weeks, and then there's Agile Ventures, which you're in the Agile Ventures Scrum now, which is kind of it's not required for the course, but it supports if you want to get more involved in a project, with a non-profit organization that uses more of the skills, then this is exactly the right thing to do. Here you are in a Scrum. So are you interested in getting involved, or not just doing the course, but also in getting involved in a project?
Yes, I'm planning to enroll also in the next part, and also some of the other details. Yeah, because currently I'm teaching in the university for new ventures and technology strategies. So this will be a great for me.
Fantastic. Oh, that's great. But yeah, so there's a part 3 project course, but you can, if you want to, you can get started early on projects in Agile Ventures by doing it kind of in parallel with the current course. But not everybody's going to have time for that. Are you interested to kind of get involved in a project now, or would you rather do it when this advanced course is finished?
Okay, I think on the middle, I'm not really sure because currently I have a project right now for e-commerce.
Oh yeah.
In Cordosi.nl in Netherlands. So once I'm done on it, maybe it will be finished on Friday because I'm on that project for almost 2 months now.
Okay.
So once it's done, maybe I'm gonna involve on the project with the team.
Oh, great, fantastic. That's great to hear. Yeah. So then I guess that's kind of our Scrum. We know where we both are. If you had any questions about how Agile Ventures works, or how the course, the edX course is going to work, do you have any questions or concerns?
No, for now I don't have any questions, but maybe in the future or after the lectures or whatsoever.
Sure thing. No problem at all. Yeah. So I mean, if you've got questions about the lectures, you and you want particular support on that, I am actually running. You can access mentoring support. Through the Mentive system. I don't know if you've seen that. I'm actually going to be running a section in Mentive this semester. If we're going to have a look at, there's the course, and you can see you can get there's sort of live help support. There's one John Farr, and then there's me. Yes. So this the Agile Ventures thing here is not so much focused on the course; it's more focused on projects in general. Can I ask? Did you come into this Scrum by coming in through our Slack instance, or did you just find it on the on our homepage?
I found it on a homepage, and then I do sign up using GitHub, and then I receive an email, and then I gotcha. I included in my Slack.
Oh, okay. So you are in the you're in the Slack. Oh, of course, yeah. And I said, of course you are. I said hi, hello to you there. Right. There we go. Yes. All right. So yeah, that's just what checking that you're able to navigate around there. That's great. Yeah. Then we're all good. I guess the only thing to say is we've got the getting started in Agile Ventures, but should you be interested in projects, there's always people in new members here. You can introduce yourself. We'll help you. Well, later on when you should help you find a project that might work well for you.
But the project most of the time is for the startup or just a project to develop for the company?
Well, that's an interesting question. So the way that Agile Ventures is set up is that basically we want to do as many Agile projects as possible, and so we have different Agile teams. And so, for example, if I take the local support project here, so these projects are for non-profits and charities, so around the world. So, for example, local support is for Voluntary Action Harrow Cooperative, which is in Northwest London. And these are entry-level projects. So Met Plus here, this is for it's a Michigan employment training scheme, which is near Detroit in the US. And so basically what we've got here is that there are existing projects that run, with a kind of charity non-profit customer. However, anybody can propose a project. And so we have, some projects that are just infrastructure things that help us. So, for example, the Agile Bot project, which is something actually in Node, that's something that we've been doing a bit of work on recently, that just supports. So if you saw in the general, there was obviously this here, it says bot, the thing that notifies to the Slack channel that there is a Scrum going on is in fact that's done via this Agile Bot project. So the kind of the customer, as it were, is, all of us. They're sort of infrastructure things that support, the whole Agile Ventures venture. And then there's other things that are just, anybody can propose a project. You can come into new projects and propose a project and chat about those things, and we'll give you help. We can create a channel for you, get set up. It's, we want to create a space where we can get as many projects off the ground as possible.
Okay, great. And then at the same time, that is more developing on the Ruby on Rails, not like PHP or whatsoever.
Well, that all depends. I mean, as I'm saying, the Agile Bot project is Node. The bigger and more active projects in Agile Ventures do tend to be Ruby on Rails. I mean, Met Plus is Ruby on Rails. There's a Java component to it as well. Local support is Ruby on Rails and also some JavaScript. I don't think we have any PHP projects active at the moment, but there's nothing. The projects can be in any language. I think we've tended to have a lot of Ruby on Rails projects because lots of people do the MOOC, they learn Ruby on Rails, and then they want to try out their skills here. But we're totally open to projects in any language, and in the past we've had things in Golang and Python and what have you. So it's all good.
Okay, great.
Cool. All right. Well, we're at the top of the hour, and that's our Scrum. Great to meet you. Right, where are you based? Out of interest?
Actually, I'm based in Italy, but I'm moving to the Netherlands next year.
Oh, okay, right. So, but the Europe time zone. Yeah, I'm in London. Yeah, cool. So
Okay.
we're in a
Yeah.
similar time zone. Well, that's great. Great to meet you. You're on the Slack. Feel free to ask more questions there, and I'll maybe see you in another Scrum in the not too distant future.
Okay. Thank you so much.
All right. Bye for now.
Okay. Bye.